Um, then we take her team and battle Skylar, the flying type gym leader, and we have Wilbur and Zep Striker. This Wilbur, although it's fast, her uh, Skylar's Woobat is faster, and we hit her with Rock Slide with dual power half, but then our Zep Striker can finish off the rest of her team with Spark and Shockwave. But I think this Zep Striker has higher attack than special attack, so it's good to use Spark. And the electric type attack finish off her Unpheasant and her Swanna, which is this one is 4 times effective. Then we got the 6th gym badge and take Skylar's team, and we head to the Twist Mountain, but then we need to face off our rival Sharon once again. This time he claimed that he just received jetback from Skylar to his team is pretty much the same as our previous fight. He has Unpheasant, Embo, Simisage, and Lipard, two of which are weak against Skylar's flying team, and only real threat to the team is Unpheasant, which can roost to store back HP. But our Swoobat has Amnesia, so it can set up to resist the Air Slash and can hit it with Hard Stamp until we get flinch a lot of time, but this take a while. His Unpheasant can just roost up and or attack do not deal significant damage. And we got crit too, so at least we lower his HP down to less than a half and let the Swanna finish off the rest of her team, including Air Slash, Flinch on, Pig Knight, not Embo, and also Air Slash on Simisage. And the last is Lipard, which is not threatening at all, as we can see from our battle with Team Plasma runs. So I think I'm not sure how did he actually get the jet badge. Maybe he spam a lot of X item to boost his stat, and maybe use a lot of healing item on his Unpheasant to sleep. I think he pretty much rely on his Unpheasant to beat Skylar in his claim battle. Then we take Sharon's team and head to Twist Mountain, but we need to face one hiker here, consists of Bodo and Girder, which is rock and fighting type. But with our team of 4 and type diversity, we can beat this NPC once again. And we head to 7 gym. There's no trainer in between if we go through Twist Mountain and maybe switch the season a bit in winter actually, so that we can skip some optional trainers. And with our team of rock and fighting type, we can beat the first gym trainer of ice Pokemon here. though this is pretty much a close call. Then we take the black belts team to battle another required trainer in this gym, battle girl Miriam with her Cryogonal. Cryogonal is generally fast and has high special defense, but it usually has low defense, so we need to use physical attack to break this ice snowflake. But with our team of 3 Pokemon, we can beat Cryogonal easily, although it get us to the last one to beat her. Then we take her team and challenge the next trainer here, Black Belt Kenville, but he's got only one Pokemon in this first stage, Capsule, so we can finish him off quickly with critical hit Ice Beam and take his team, but our next required team has 2 Pokemon. One is Sharpshooter, which is 1 level lower than us, and another uh, Vanillish, which we cannot beat with or just one Capsule. So we backtrack a bit to the tower that we first uh, need to call Skyla and defeat Psychic with 1 Musharna. Why do I pick this team? I think it's you probably know that this Musharna at this level can still learn hypnosis and can put her team to sleep while we can slowly lower her Sharpshooter down. And then we have enough HP to finally finish her Vanillish with our sleep strat, of course. Then we take out the next required trainer, Battle Girl Shanra. She has 2 Vanillish, which her team is similar to us, but we have 1 Capsule and 1 Vanillish at the same level, so we probably got at disadvantage. But with all lucky enough to beat her first Vanillish with our own taking no damage, we can use Mirror Shot to hope that she missed her too and that we beat her. This took us like maybe almost 10 tries though, but yeah, we can move on to the next trainer, Black Belt Thomas. He also have Vanillish, so it's a battle of mirror shot until we can beat him with our own and take his team. Oh, he also had Sharpshooter, which is like or maybe the second previous battle here. And we can move on to the next trainer. But this time is the gym leader himself, so I know that I'm not be able to face him. So we backtrack to the Swiss Mountain where we have plenty of optional trainer to choose. But first I beat this ex trainer with Vanillish Gotoriga. This Gotoriga has Flatter which can raise special attack, but in trade-off with confusion. So it's like special attack version of Swagger. And we beat her and take her team. Next, we face the team leader Bryson, who specializes in ice type. He starts off with his Vanillish, and we lead with Kotoriga. We use Flatter to raise his special attack, which might seem scary, but it's also cause confusion, as we seen in previous battle. While he just set up his acid armor to boost his defense sharply to reduce damage from confusion, but it doesn't matter anyway because we switch to our Vanillish and use Mirror Shot, which deal special attack damage and beat it with no damage taken. And he sent out his S Beartic, which is pretty scary because it can no slash and can critical hit us, but we take him down low with a few mirror shot. While I could finish him here, I see that he might use his healing item on his S and we might not be able to beat him while he is healing. So I use Duocean to finish it off with strong side shock and then use Gotoriga to deal with his last Pokemon Cryogonal with side shock and can two-shot it. And then we get the 7 gym badge. Then as we come out of the gym, we face our rival once again, and this time we also greeted by the Shadow Triad of Team Plasma. So we need to settle this off by going to Dragon Spiral Tower, which we will face off plenty of grunts. And the grunts theme here pretty much similar in strength, but the first one we can use Bryson's team and beat it with no problem. Then we take the first grunt, Watchhawk, to beat second grunt, Liepard. It's pretty fortunate that our Watchhawk here has higher level than the one in Charstone Cave, which learn new move, Hyper Fang. Otherwise, if it still learn the same move there, we could not have a reliable way to beat it other than to Super Fang and make itself hit in confusion. Then we take the Liepard and face off the next grunt, which has one Scraggy, which can be scary, but we can beat it with Fake Out Flinch and critical hit slash and praying that it does not use fighting move on us. Then with our Scraggy we can beat the next grunt which has a lower level Liepards, 2 Liepards, but we can beat it with our fighting move, high jump kick, and take the team of grunt with 2 Liepards. But the next battle is probably not beatable with 2 Liepards, so we backtrack a bit to this route with raining and fight this Parasol Lady which has a Frillish a Ducklet, but it's not that strong, and it's just the first level stage. So we can take it out with our moveset, and her AI is not that smart, so we can beat it with our life part. And we can take this team of ghost and water type to be the next run with the Watchhawk, which has no move to damage or ghost type. So after he got hit once, he switch off to Croc and take or super damage, super effective water pulse and get confused. And we switch to our Ducklet. And then he send out his Watchhawk again, so we switch in our ghost type to negate all of his attack. And then he send out his Scraggy, so we do the same. We use Water Pulse and switch off to our Flying Bird and take it super effective with Air Slash. And then we can, oh never mind, we missed. But we can finish it off with our we slower, but we survive with 1 HP, and we can slowly take this Grunts Watchhawk down. And then we take his team and face the next battles. This is a back-to-back battles, 4 battles between the Grunts with no healing and no moving in between. So this is pretty difficult. First we got hit by Super Fang and got hit by Hyper Fang, but our team has 3 Pokemon and we also have fighting type Scraggy, which can deal them super effective on those rock. And then the next trainer here has rock, but with our fighting type and their dumb AI, we can beat the second trainer without taking any more damage. For the third grunt, this guy has Trubbish, which can resist our fighting move, so we switch to our Rock, which can beat it with Dig, but we got poison and got critical hit, so we got finished with takedown, but then we use our large Pokemon or Sparky to beat it with chip away, and this Grunt's life heart does not attack us, so we finish the third battle with just 3 HP, and then we face the last Grunt, which his Watchhawk just used Super Fang twice, so we survived this series of battle with just 1 HP and can move on. Next, we need to face the series of Plasma Grunt in the Relic Castle, and their team are similar in strength, maybe a bit stronger, I don't know. But we take up his Watchhawk and Crocorock with our Watchhawk, just one Watchhawk. Then we take the next Grunts, which this guy has Scraggy, and we lead with our Watchhawk once again. But this Grunt, it's just Grunt, so although he used strong Pokemon, he has just used poor move and got KO by or Crocorock. Then we take on the next run, and this guy only have one Garbodor, so we should be able to beat it with our team of two. But we got paralyzed by the body slam, so we just take a third of its health and use our Watchhawk to finish it off with our Hyper Fang while survive with just 2 HP. Then we face the next run with just we have just one Garbodor, and we need to face his Crocorock, which can be scary because we have type disadvantage. But we can use Body Slam to finish it off and hope that it got paralyzed from Dick and take it out with no damage taken. Then we face the next run, and with our knowledge of type advantage, so we can switch the right Pokemon to beat it. But like this one, this first is a life path, so it does not really matter what we use. We can beat it anyway, and it just send out Trubbish, which can be one shot by our super effective Dig twice. Then we take the team and face the second last run of this place. He lead with Watchhawk, and we can use our life path to make a good use of Fake Out and Slash. And we able to dodge a Hyper Fang to KO it. And then it's now Sparky, so we switch to our Trubbish to take it with such bomb and poison it and hit it with critical hit so that we move on to the last plasma run of this castle. He lead with rubbish, so I use the Watchhawk to quickly finish it off with 2 Hyper Fangs, and then we can finish the life part with critical hit Hyper Fang. But with our next required battle, which we will need to face our rival Bianca, so with our team of Lionheart and Trubbish, so I don't think we can beat her. So we find this optional trainer. He's a Pokemon Ranger with diverse type of team of Ice type, Grass type, especially this Maractus, which can set up acupressure, which can raise one of its stats randomly. It is a very useful move for setting up, so we target this trainer. And with our poison type, we can beat this cactus with our clear smoke to reset all of its stat boost and finish it off with Sludge Ball.